out there, who is, I believe, undefeated 4-0 fighter as well.
Yeah. Now we got our first title fight of the night.
Gotta love it.
And this is your striker versus grappler fight right here. Kind of like that old school when we used to see it back in the old UFC, where they would bring in the certain styles to fight. This is a straight Muay Thai, very talented Muay Thai fighter versus a very talented wrestler.
And both of these guys were very excited yesterday, shall we say, at the weigh-ins of the face-off. Triston, no comparison, Harrison. Theorius, Robison, two guys with a lot of experience out there. Theorius being a former D1 wrestler, Triston being a guy who has a lot of striking experience out there in the Muay Thai world.
Yeah. Triston's coming in with a heavy experience advantage.
In the striking realm, you could say. Because if you factor in total combat sports experience, you're looking to Theorius wrestling all the way since he's 3-4 years old, being too as well.
As far as fights go, though,
you're not wrong.
Definitely Triston Harrison has a significant advantage.
Triston representing the Rad Muay Thai crew.
I like Triston, man. He's a good dude. He always comes in. He's excited. He just loves to fight.
Oh yeah, he's a gamer, and you know, I spoke to both of them at a pre-fight interview, and they kind of know what each other's game is in the process. Triston knows that he's got to take advantage of the striking opportunities when they present themselves. He also knows that he's the longer fighter, and picking at range is going to be his best bet, as opposed to getting a little bit reckless or crazy with the pressure, like we've seen in the past with a couple of Theorius' opponents, where when you're bringing the pressure at somebody like Theorius and he has that quick of a level change, that makes his fit-in so much easier in the process.
Yeah. It's tough to deal with that, man. I mean, we'll see what Triston has in store. Like you said, he knows what Theorius is going to do. The question is now, can he stop it or can he land something significant on the way in?
And Theorius also, he said that, well, I've been working on a lot of my striking, so, you know, hey, don't be surprised if I go out there and try to show some things off a little bit on the hands, or a little bit on the feet, and pop my hands.
Yeah, I think we'll see Theorius, you know, start with that, but if things go in any kind of way that he doesn't like, you know that shot is coming. And good luck stopping that shot.
Absolutely.
He's coming out with his crew. You see he trains with Micah Super Juhas, undefeated pro flyweight, 7-0 in his corner. They train regularly, so he's seen that next level. Coach Jake, Coach Brandon in the corner.
Yeah, Genesis crew always shows up and shows out at the local shows, so shout out to everybody who comes out and supports our local events. No matter which one it is, your support is greatly appreciated. We are able to do our shows and hold our events because of the support of you guys all in the local community, so just want to give that a shout out too.
And shout out to all the teams on the card. We appreciate everybody's support. Triston looks like he's in very good shape for this fight.
And Triston, I believe, also is looking at a potential Muay Thai title fight here following this in just a few short weeks after as well. So, again, a guy who's always active and just ready to compete at all times.
Triston just went for the glove tap, and Theorius just stared him down.
Theorius is one of those guys who, when I spoke with him in our pre-fight interview, said I got to kind of make it a little bit personal, because otherwise, like, I'm not just going to go get in fights walking down the street, but when it gets in there, it's all business, and I've got to find a way for myself to lock in and give myself a reason to want to go hurt somebody.
Definitely. And for some people, you know, they just got to make it personal, and I mean, as long as it doesn't spill out before and after the cage, I guess it's fine, right? You can do what you got to do.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. He's weighing in at already 125 pounds. He has an amazing record of 3 victories and only 1 defeat. He represents Sunhouse by way of Genesis Fight Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Theorius Robison! Mr. Oscar Martinez.
And I'm glad that we have Oscar in there as this third man. And they're off.
Hey, at least they touched gloves right there. Triston stalking. Theorius on the move. How long until we see that shot?
Yeah, and if you're Triston, do you start trying to work with, I mean, it's a risk throwing low kicks, right, to try to impede that lead leg, but high risk, high reward.
Oh, you scary. Why you scary?
And there's the first shot right there. Good stuff by Triston, though.
There's one.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody stuff Theorius' takedown in the cage yet. And especially the first one.
Right hook. Right hook.
Triston's talking to him. He's telling him, come on.
But Triston is doing the right thing, though, by keeping Theorius on the back foot. That's going to telegraph the shot a little bit more in the process, right?
Yeah, yeah. And Triston's doing the right thing. He's not getting crazy. He's just letting Theorius kind of move around as he controls the center of the cage.
And that's the thing, is the word that Triston spoke about when we talked was discipline. Discipline to the game plan and not rushing things.
Yeah. And I feel like Theorius is going to have to throw some punches to get Triston to open up in order for him to get in deep on one of those shots.
Correct. He's got to have a little bit of a blend with his striking to be able to take himself from kicking range to get into that mid-short range so he can actually have an effective shot.
Yeah, because right now, he looks like he's looking for it, but he's not finding an opening, and he's just waiting for it to open up. Excuse me.
Okay, you got 31 seconds.
Oh, good fake by Triston, or sorry, by Theorius. There he is. He gets the takedown. Good job by Triston, though.
Triston has pry bar action right now.
He's not accepting it, though. You can see he's working.
Good head position work right now from Theorius up against the post. Theorius starting to score some damage now with the ground and pound.
Triston, I mean, throwing from the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see him try to get feet on the hips to create some space so he can start to work himself up. Because if you're throwing punches from the bottom, it's only so effective, right?
Yeah, I mean, you might irritate the dude on top a little bit, but, I mean, like you said, he needs to just get the feet on the hips, work to get up, wall walk up, just, you know, do what he can here. Oh, Theorius, beautiful ground and pound. Nice job, though, working back up.
A little bit of extra razzle-dazzle with the scramble there to end that first frame here of our 125-pound title fight at Colorado Combat Club 27. It's one of the more difficult rounds that we've seen for Theorius.
Yeah, I've never seen him, and this is his first official fight at 125. He has fought at 130 twice. He's fought at 135 twice, right? So this is his first cut to 25, so interesting to see how his cardio and everything plays out for him as the fight goes on.
Certainly. Rad over here giving some instruction to Triston in the process. Looks like he's saying to keep range.
Yeah, I think that's smart advice, and that seemed to be working, obviously until it didn't. But
Come on, Pikachu. You suck.
Yeah, it was on the hard sprawl from Triston off of that shot fake. That is something, though, that Theorius could use a little bit more to his advantage, is using some feints and using some fakes in the process to open up some of that scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
Triston goes for that high kick right there.
that got close. Oh.
Swing and a miss right there, and wow, just ducked underneath that in the process.
That was a close one, but as we know, Theorius has a chin on him too. When he fought Juan Sarioso, he shot in on a takedown and ate shin to the face and fought through it.
But as we mentioned, though, that pressure and off the miss of a kick, somebody who has the fit-ins the way that Theorius does, that is all that he needs to be able to find his entry right now.
Yeah, if you let this man get deep in on a takedown, you're going down.
Working with that Dagestani handcuff.
Yeah. This is he let it go. It was a great position for him.
Triston's got to start to work to jack for an underhook now. Now he gets back to guard, but especially with no elbows from the bottom right now, he's just in a position to where he's a little bit limited in the process.
Definitely. I'd like to see Theorius look to pass, get in a more dominant position, hunt for submissions and ground and pound, and look to get a finish, not just a win here.
Good usage of the head right there, though, keeping the pressure so that he can elevate once it's time for ground and pound. Now, there's the push from Triston that we were looking for, but Theorius just so savvy with being able to stay on top on the ground.
Yeah. And he's working some good ground and pound. Now he's inside control. Triston recovers half guard. Good job by Triston.
Yeah, and he has the underhook on this, or it did look like he did. Now back to the over. Should try to work to get a frame here and start to poke his way out the side. That overhook really isn't going to do much for him right there.
Yeah, I feel like with these kind of wrestlers like Theorius, he's still a little bit green in his jiu-jitsu. You got to kind of give up your back to get up. You're not going to just it's going to be very hard to get the feet on the hips, stand up, do a stand-up and base or anything like that. You're going to have to give up your back.
And especially he had the hip angle to start to windshield wiper that arm out, get the underhook, and start scooting that way. Yeah. But too little too late now as their back settled down into guard with Theorius with strong head pressure.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to get up from the guard position.
There you go.
Just misses with that big right hand in the process.
Nice kick. There he is, sticking his tongue out at Triston.
He's got some fire to him, huh?
Yeah. It looks like he's starting to pick it up a little bit. Let's see what happens this third round. I want to say Theorius is up 2. Definitely won that second round. First round was a little bit closer.
First round was close. First round, you could kind of go either way with it. There was the takedown that ended at the very end of the first round, but Triston was heavy on the pressure for the majority of that round. So it all depends on what the optics to the judges sitting here cage side were. We're looking at potentially 2018 Theorius or 1919 draw so far coming into the second round.
Definitely. This third round is very important. Round 3 underway. Triston back on the pressure. He's got to land something big here in this third round. He's looking for it. Oh, nice short right hook by Theorius, landed into that double leg takedown.
He's just so fast with his fit in.
Come on, dude! Come on, dude! Come on, dude! Keep going, dude!
And Theorius working from that guard position, looking to pass the leg now. Triston trying to create enough space to be able to get up. Art is a man of all hats right now, doing a little crowd control in the process. Theorius sitting in half guard right now. Triston trying to get enough space to work his way back up, but just surfing with the hips over the top. Short damage here from Theorius in the process. Triston recovers his guard. Theorius working to get Triston's head up toward the dead space in the cage here.
Put your head up! Watch television! Watch TV, baby! Watch TV! Watch TV! Pick your head up!
Hey, D, you got the job. You got the job.
There you go! Keep going! There you go! Just like that! You got him! Get him! Keep going, boy! Get him!
The wrestling seems to have been worn Triston down now in this third round.
Just such a tough battle to deal with. And also, you got to give some props to Triston for taking this fight on short notice also.
Oh, now Theorius is starting to open up.
Starting to unload some hammer fists from the ground and pound position here. Final seconds as we count down in this third round here.
We need to see some big ground and pound from Theorius. There he goes. We need to see these big shots.
And one thing that I will point out and give credit to Theorius in this fight is, you know, he could have probably done a little bit better passing at times, but it's not that he hasn't been working to find a finish in the process.
Yeah.
It's not sitting in guard or, you know, the typical rest, like sometimes where wrestlers will just kind of lay and pray in the guard position using the head, body, head with short damage. He was actively trying to score damage in the process to open up for a fight-ending sequence.
Definitely.
March.
Theorius is in line, actually. I was waiting to confirm his next fight. He'll be fighting for the Battle MMA Flyweight title in March. He's going for the champ status.
Hey, that's good for him to go out there and try to rack up the hardware while he can, get some of that experience in the process. And I love seeing that there's a good exchange of sportsmanship between the two, because there was definitely some unpleasantries exchanged beforehand.
Yeah, so next I'd like to get these two dudes to train together. I'd like to get these guys to start training together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all three judges see the same. Scoring about 30-27 and declared
Sweep.
and new champion.
And sometimes you do also have some jackasses in the crowd who do,
Definitely.
no respect for the men in the arena.
Yeah, I just told that dude too, if he knocks that railing down one more time, he's going to be kicked out of the arena.